Hi guys, welcome back. Episode number 6 of Crash Landing. It looks a little different out here, doesn't it? Yeah, and that's actually for for a larger reason than you think. Um, had some problems there, and well, I'll say what happened. I was exploring the city, and I got to one smeltery building. Actually, the one with maybe not that one. Um, one of the smeltery buildings has a blaze spawner up top in it, and I got rid of the spawner. I used a pickaxe, broke the spawner. There's a couple blazes left, and there was a chair sitting in the room. Chair, not a chair. Oh, that was called a chair. Anyways, it's just like a bed where you can right click it and sit on it. I was trying to do something. Anyways, I sat in the chair and the blaze killed me, which is fine. That's not what the problem was. Um, that's why we have the sync core. But what happened is, and I think what happens is that the sync core kicked me out into the world before the chunks loaded, and I suffocated in the wall or the floor or something like that. It before I was able to save myself with game mode or something like that. It evicted me and deleted the world, and that stinks. And it's just a bug, and it kind of pain in the butt. And the problem, my fault, is that I didn't have a backup of the world. So we had to start again because I completely lost everything. Um, in all honesty, I tried to keep it roughly the same. We I just updated to version 1.13 as well, so there's lots of little stuff that's different. Um, we're in roughly the same shape. I put the walls up and I tried to keep them smaller, and they ended up being larger. That's kind of comical. Anyways, and I did a couple extra things. I decorated the walls before we put them up with cobblestone. This is the door I've been using, but yeah, that was a big thing to use the chisel first to just decorate the walls a little bit before we put them up. That was something I was really proud of. But the one of the things that I had problems with is these. There's no slabs. They're micro blocks. These ones here, and they're a lot harder to work with. So the wall itself went up just as easy, but the slabs took an extra day or so to get them up there. Um, yeah, then I've done a couple other things differently. Um, this should all be the same up here, I think. And as you come down, it should all look roughly the same. We have the same auto sorter, the same smelter. We're on a piece of netherrack. You can see the speed's going just a little bit faster. It's at 0.2 when it's on top of lava, and 0.3 on top of netherrack. Same sorter, except I used two sifters. We've gone through two full drums. And yeah, I mean, you can see we've got tons and tons of stuff, and just some random stuff hanging around that I haven't got a chance to sort yet. We have our two sorters set up, smelters, sorry. And right now, oh, the lava's in my way of getting over to the thing. I have it. Yeah, I'll show that in a second. I just have lead and iron going into this smelter for the time being, just because we can have one filtered. We have the fluid filter with molten iron, and then the other fluid doesn't ever go through that, so it can go into here. And that's gonna be one of the big things today, is to start working on this. And yeah, these get piped into the same thing, so all our iron and all our lead is coming over here, and some of the spare dusts here that we haven't a chance to get to. Yeah, everything else is pretty well the same. We just have a collection thing there. This one is a block placer. So I was using made some lead hammers. These guys here with the autonomous activator upstairs, and I was just breaking cobblestone into sand and gravel. Because, oh, I want to show you that too in a minute, because that's really wicked. We need to get a lot of sand. What are we doing? What we're going for, this side. Oh, right there. These ancient spores. To run sand through a sifter gives the ancient spores with a drop chance of 1. Everything else, you know, we're getting lots of, but yeah, don't need that for the time being. Yeah, just waiting on ancient spores. Ancient spores, you can place it down on dirt, and it turns into mycelium. The mycelium will spread around, and then water inside a barrel next to mycelium will turn into witch water to make soul sand. That's how you make soul sand. You see, there's no crafting recipe. You have to run it through a barrel. So why do we need soul sand? Soul sand can be crafted with nether wart and gravel. Nether wart you get from sifting soul sand, so we need a lot of it. And gravel is a piece of cake to get now. Makes us slime soil dirt name, whatever that's for. You can smelt that into seared bricks. Then seared bricks you can create smeltery parts with. So what we need down here on our smelteries is a lot more drains. You can see I have a third one there. And this one will need 6. Actually, it doesn't necessarily need to be either or, but one of them needs 6, one of them needs 3. There's 9 metals in the game to smelt, and yeah, we want to be doing that automatically. So I need another 6 drains. Another 6 drains is there's 6 a piece, I think. 6 bricks a piece, and they work interchangeably. Like I can just plop this drain in. 6 by 6 is 36, so I need 36 soul sand after I get nether wart. So you know, lots and lots of that, and that's a lot of water too. That's the other thing, is I don't really have the water yet to be doing this, but I'm gonna start working away on it. You're still plugging away. Getting there. I just have the 2 survivalist generators upstairs there, and they're just slowly working away on a bunch of leaves. So, what else is new? I forget why that waypoint's there. It's on a smelter, and maybe I didn't. Oh, I remember. I have all 3 smelteries from the city, but I wasn't able to take out the top part of that one, so it's I just marked it with a waypoint. Okay, downstairs we have that. So I need a bit of bone meal. So we when we played through this time, we didn't get soybean seeds, which kind of stinks. But we did get peanuts, which make sandwiches an option for us, and sandwiches are a pretty good food source. Still gonna try for soybean seeds at some point. Those are a really wicked food source. But you recognize this? This is a machine inventory manager. The same dispenser, just with sandwiches. We have a furnace with slabs over here and one chest. They're all connected by inventory cables. And this chest just has a bunch of food stuff in it. So the point of this is that it does a lot of the work for me. Makes sandwiches, takes a lot of work. Sandwich. So it's bread, jelly, peanut butter. So bread is smelted through dough. Dough is water, fresh water in this case, salt, flour, and mixing bowl. So it's just a couple steps to make that. Jelly is sugar and whatever you're making to make the sandwich, and peanut butter is just peanuts juiced. So what I did, actually, I don't think I did. Yeah. So what I did was make a couple of just auto crafters in here. So it just goes through a trigger, which has 1 second right now. I'm going to turn that way up because it doesn't need to happen all that often. Goes through a trigger, goes through a flow. So if we put sugarcane in there, it picks sugar out of that copper chest, turns it into a crafter, which is just super easy, and then it puts it back into the copper chest. The only thing about this is that you have to whitelist whatever you want to come out. So it's really easy. We put sugar in there, and it turns into sugar for us. Piece of cake. If we put water in there, it turns into fresh water for us. And if we put rice in there, rice turns into flour, and that does it one at a time for some reason, but it works pretty easily. So now I have the dough recipe in here, out of the copper chest, the 4 items we need. We craft them together to make dough. But the difference is when it comes back to the copper chest, I want dough to be whitelisted, but to specify an amount of 32. What I don't want is for everything to turn into dough, because then we're going to end up with a lot of dough and a lot of bread. And just to look into the chester, I'm not going to be able to see what items we need. So, to sit there and say that, oh, there's no flour in that chest is kind of difficult to pick out, especially when we transform the flour. So I think it's just a little bit easier to cap our dough at 32. So if we take out some dough, you can see that it starts auto crafting it up to 32, and that way we can just kind of manage which ingredients we need to have in there for the dough. And we do the same thing for bread. If we come back, oh yeah, so here's a little bit different. So with the bread, what I did was specify a condition that in the copper chest, if there is bread, specify amount of 20. If that's true, we do nothing. If that's false, then we go through and put our dough into the furnace. That's all that's doing. So if there's less than 20 bread in the copper chest, then we put some dough into the furnace, and this just extracts bread from the furnace, puts it into the copper chest to maintain our 20. But there's no specification amount here. Here that's done by the condition. So what this is doing is just it's cooking a little bit dough at a time, and it's going to put it back into the copper chest for us here. So any dough that comes into the furnace is going to be automatically put back into bread here. And yeah, so that takes a lot of the steps away from us cooking our sandwiches. Cooking our sandwiches shouldn't be the right way to say that. Making our sandwiches. The next thing to do that I haven't done, which I can do, is just to make I need to make groups to start cooking our jelly with the sugar. And this is even a little bit more important than managing our bread and stuff like that. We only need to keep a couple jellies on hand at one time. Get these out of the way. So if we auto craft whatever of these we put into here, at some point it's very likely that we're going to end up with one of these not getting filled, and that leaves sugar and grapes there, and we're going to start ending up with more of one than the other. And what that's going to do is I've screwed that up. That's going to start polarizing whatever food comes into our dropper here, and with our nutrition penalties, that doesn't work very well. We want to good supply of different foods in our chest there. So, yeah, definitely going to really try and limit the amount of food that we need. And we need to make sure there's more sugar in here than what is crafted. There needs to be sugar at all times. So, yeah, that's the plan, is just to do the same thing with the jellies, because those are the single recipe with the juice or the saucepan sugar and the food. And then once we have a couple of these jellies, we'll just do the same thing. We'll craft up sandwiches, except we'll target the dropper to maintain 3 or 4 of each sandwich in there at all times, and that's going to be our food for now. At least until we get soybeans. At some point I want to go through and get soybeans. We just haven't gotten those from. It's funny, I can't pull that up from the recipe now, but anyways, we'll need some more dirt, gets our soybeans. That's all that's going to take. So, what to do? So we need to work on soul sand. Let's go up and take a look and see if we got an ancient spore. Yep, it's on the ground there. Perfect. So sand can come out. Okay, so okay, I need to get a couple things ready here, guys. I need to make a tank and stuff like that. So yeah, why don't you just give me a second? I need to craft some hoppers and a tank and get ready to start making some soul sand. So I'll be back here in a second. Hi guys, welcome back. So we're in good shape here. We got our ancient spores, water. I think we're all set to put that down. And I forgot to mention there before 2 things. There was one other thing. Shoot. Something important. Oh well. The building that I died in, the one with the smelter building with the blaze spawner up top, had the seared bricks in it that we needed. We need those to make pneumatic craft servos. These guys, they take only these seared bricks, so and that's what gives us this fluid filter on the end of that. That's what the servo does. So we need servos, and then the amount of soul sand we need is really going to depend on this, how much soul sand we have to sift to get nether wart, which is a 5% chance. So I turned our block breaker back on, just as a clock on top to turn it there. It was something to do with this. Oh well. So over here, just have some dirt down, surrounded by a hopper, a barrel, and another hopper on top. Hopper on top has sand. The barrel is going to get fed water from this side. I'll turn you. That works too. And then, if we put the ancient spore down, turns it to mycelium, you can see we start to make witch water. As the mycelium spread, that's going to take a lot less time. And once the witch water completes, the sand can go in, turns to soul sand. The hopper underneath is going to pull it down. And no, I can't quite grab the hopper underneath, but once we have the soul sand, we need to run it through the sifter till we get nether wart, and then we need another 36 or so after that. Probably plus some more later on, but for the time being, I guess we can make some servos. 2 glass of redstone. Wonder if I have glass upstairs. Probably not. There's 2. Not much. So it needs 2 glass per servo, so we need about 20. Okay, so this can come. I actually don't really have a good way to fill that yet. I don't just want to put the drum on top because that'll destroy our water. What happens to my bottle when I do that? Odd. Oh, that's what that was. Yeah. Now I remember. So I guess I'm just gonna have to put the drum on top. When you put a water bottle in here, it converts it into fresh water. When you do it in your crafting recipe, you get the bottle back. Whereas in here you don't. So you kind of have to manage your glass bottles because as you make jelly, you get glass bottles back. Sorry, that's not true. When you make jelly, it doesn't take a glass bottle. When you craft a sandwich, the sandwich itself returns you a glass bottle. So you actually get lots of spare glass bottles. And because you are using one bottle for very fresh water, but you're using 4 jelly to make a sandwich, you're actually getting a return on your investment there. You're actually net glass bottles still, but you just kind of have to kind of be cognizant, I guess, that you're losing some glass bottles. So okay. Well, knowing Murphy's Law, this is going to take a little while. So, what I might do here, guys, is just take a pause until I get some soul sand, because it might be a while actually. So, yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. Hi guys, welcome back. So it didn't take me too long at all. It was only 7 or 8 pieces of soul sand that I ran through the autonomous activator, and I moved it back over to start making more sand. We're just a little bit short here. Actually, that's enough soul sand even without moving this. Need 36 of everything. There we go. And then gravel. Hope I left gravel over here. Yeah. Okay, so this should make us the grout that we need. Oh, you get 2 for 1. I didn't realize that. Oh well. Then we have to come up and cook it. Grab that glass. That should be enough there. Okay. One of the things I wanted to look that I forgot to look at is seared faucets. Okay, yeah, you can make those with the other bricks. That's good. So glass, I have it. We need just a bit of redstone. What am I doing here? This belongs that. Okay, so now you come off. The dueling sifters is just phenomenal, but it fills up this chest actually a little bit, and it kind of gets backlogged. So every 20 or 30 minutes you just have to turn this thing off and let your chest empty. But this is the last of the dust that we have. It's been going really well. Yeah, you're working. This this redstone block. I wanted to turn the input off just for a minute, and so I put a redstone block beside the hopper, not realizing that I can't move this redstone block, so I had to use a piston to push it down and just leave it there for the time being. Okay, so I want to get a bucket here of lead. Buckets. Yeah, I'll need a bunch of them anyways. So I'll show you how to do one. So you can place your bucket in underneath the seared faucet there. We should have, let's change that. Need to wait for another ingot of lead there. I don't need that many. Okay, are you, lead's on the bottom? There we go. Why is that not enough? Okay, I guess I need more. Because the lead's getting filtered out here, and if lead gets to the bottom, it comes out that pipe. But I just don't know why that wasn't enough. That do it? Not quite. 3 ingots worth there now, so that's, yeah, that did it. Okay, so we can put our ingot cast back. So now I should have another table upstairs too. Not there. Okay, at some point this lead bucket should show up over there. Oh, that's right, I don't even need the faucets. That's silly. Oh yeah, and I have a lead glass plane for that. There we go. It's on the bottom there. Why is there an iron ingot? That's weird. Kind of want that lead. Okay, pick up the dust. This is all good stuff too. So what I want to do is take this lead bucket over here. So one of our pneumatic servos gets installed. I need to get rid of junk. And you right click on that, fluid filter, whitelisted. So now molten lead is whitelisted there. And now we just have to turn it on. And I need our ingot cast. There we go. So now if we stock some lead in there, so you can see how the iron one kind of works there, just as with the filter. As soon as an ingot gets full and cools down, then it gets pulled out. Same with lead here. As soon as our lead's ready, it'll fill up here and get pulled out. So the reason for the two smelteries is there's a couple of mixed blends called Invar or Electrum. Electrum was one of them. And these happen when you combine silver and gold. Invar is nickel and iron. Ferrous is the same as nickel. Nickel you get from sifting gravel. Sorry, I should say. There you can see lead starting. Oh, and this needs to be turned to an outlet. And I don't have a lever on me. That's weird. I have a piece of wood. Nope. So the mixed blends. We do need some of them, but we don't really want our stuff to be turning into it all the time. We kind of want to dictate when that happens. So that's the reason for the two smelteries. We're gonna, I said there's nine metals in total. We're gonna run 6 through this one, and then we're gonna run gold, copper, and nickel through this smeltery, and that keeps the two blends from never happening. The 6 metals over here are all fine together, and the 3 here are fine together. So that's the plan. So that's why I made so much stuff. You can see how the fluid ducts work in that. So I'm just gonna do the other ones off camera there. When we come back, I think we'll start working through some quests again. I think we're about at the same place. Oh, there's a new quest line open. Look at this. So, new weapon of sorts. Cool. New quest line. So, tin hammer, needle gun ammo, golden bag of holding, camelback, 2 red hearts. Oh, very cool. Oh, so I wonder if... Oh yeah, so these got all, this got all changed up. So I haven't done any silver yet. So I think we're about in the same place. What is this? Oh, very cool. You can get an in-bar battle wrench. How about that? Okay. Right on. Well, I'm gonna call an episode there, guys. I'm gonna just set up the rest of our metals to do automatically. I have everything I need for that now. So when we get back, I think we're gonna start down the road of getting a jetpack. At least kind of the hardened one here, which that's gonna be a while. We can't do that yet. I think one of the quests gives us leadstone thrusters, so we can at least make... Yeah, we can make that pretty easily. So we can make a small jetpack. Then the hardened one, we need... yeah, we'll need some stuff for that. So jetpack is high on our list, and then we need some better form of power generation, which is this. Bronze, but the logic card, so we can't do that just yet. What else can we do? Generators. We just might have to add some of those for the time being, because the rest of them take, yeah, they all take logic cards. Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Yeah, lots of stuff left to do, but yeah, let's I'll do some of it off camera, and I hope you guys keep watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a good day, guys.